If you're looking for a used Acura RDX model years 2013 to 2018, then you found the right video. Stay tuned, I'm about to give you some great checks and tips for your test drive and some other advice to help make sure that you find a first-class copy of a second-hand RDX. The second-generation Acura RDX arrived in 2012 for model year 2013 with a standard V6 engine, new looks, and more refinement and comfort than its predecessor. Look for an intelligent all-wheel drive system, a standard sunroof, xenon headlights, and the Acura hands-free link Bluetooth system, push-button ignition, and plenty more. This model is highly rated for owner satisfaction, owner loyalty, reliability, and high resale values. All models ran a 3.5-liter V6 with 273 horsepower, and all units got an automatic transmission and all-wheel drive. So, on to the tips. Starting with number 1, which is to confirm that all onboard electronics and equipment are in proper working order, including the power seats and their memory and heating functions, the navigation and Bluetooth systems, the climate control, all instruments and screens, all controls mounted to the steering wheel, and anything else on board that runs on electricity. And if you notice any trouble with any of those systems, a weak battery is a likely culprit, but you'll want to have the vehicle checked just to be safe. And speaking of weak batteries, tip number 2 is to check the battery in the remote key fob, which might be to blame if the RDX doesn't fire up quite as quickly as you think when you press the engine start button. Further, if equipped, run the power tailgate through its paces several times. If it fails to work properly, the tailgate computer may need to be reset, or an adjustment might be needed to the tailgate latch. Owners have reported problems with remote locking and unlocking, the push-button engine start system, and even the power tailgate as being likely if the battery on board is weak or dying. Next up, be on the lookout for a detectable thud or slam when you release the brakes from a stop and set off. The likely cause of this problem is some rust or debris that's become lodged between the brake rotor and brake pads. Typically, this problem will disappear after the brakes have been used a few times on a given drive, though continued unwelcome sensations from the brakes warrant further investigation before your purchase. If detected, this problem may be more likely after rain or snow. Next up, check that the rain-sensing wipers are working properly by setting them to auto and wetting the windshield exterior opposite the rearview mirror mounting point. If this fails to trigger the wipers, a bad sensor in the rain detection system is likely to blame and will need to be replaced. Note that wipers will still work on their manual setting in this case. Next up, be on the lookout for an unusual vibration or shudder that might be detectable through the RDX's driveline at certain specific speeds and RPMs. If you notice it, this issue can likely be remedied with the installation of updated driveline software installed by the dealer. Additionally, a speed-dependent vibration may be the result of a badly insulated propeller shaft, and especially if the vibrations are detected more commonly in cold temperatures. If in doubt, get it checked out. Next up, note that numerous owners have reported wonky operation of several sensor-driven systems in the RDX, including parking radar and sensors relating to the collision mitigation braking system. False alarms from either system become common if these sensors are acting up, as are warning messages displayed in the instrument cluster. Various factors can contribute to these potentially difficult to diagnose issues, though ensuring all forward-facing sensors are clear of obstructions and that the vehicle's battery is healthy may help considerably. Also, be on the lookout for signs of front bumper or windshield damage, which can cause problems with outward-looking safety systems. Finally, pay close attention to the brakes, noting that some owners have reported the need to replace braking system components at lower mileage than they expected. Common signs of worn-out braking system parts include a spongy pedal feel, poor performance when stopping, or an unwanted squealing or scraping sound in certain driving situations. If you have any concerns, be sure to have a technician investigate, and for best results, approach any used RDX assuming that it needs a full brake job until you have proof to the contrary. Well, thank you for watching, and remember, if you're interested in even more information on buying a used RDX from this generation, including owner reviews, recalls, specs, crash tests, and more, click the link below for the full used car buyer's guide over at autoTRADER.ca.